out there, number one. And number two, they didn't do it right. So that they're separating, and they didn't put the thing in the end to keep it all in place. And then a little bit of water on it will cause the stuff to lift up, because it is, number one, cheap material, number two, not done right. So
Is do it yourself sometimes more expensive than
don't do it. Just don't do it.
right?
Okay. And leave. I don't care if it's old linoleum there. I don't care what's there. Leave it alone if you cannot put in something that's halfway decent. I'm not telling you to go out and buy hardwood floors and, pay thousands and thousands of dollars. But I'm saying to you, if it can't be done right, then don't do it, because that is also strategic and upgrade. What a shame that you did what you thought you could do. You think it looks great. And I'm coming in telling you, guys, it looks like crap. It's all got to be torn out. It's all got to be started over. And number one, this floor is not even worth walking on. And that's not a nice thing to have to tell people, but don't do that. So know what kind of upgrade you're doing. You don't have to rip out all of your cupboards and all of your appliances and your floors. It could be just the lighting and the paint, is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm happy to walk through your home and tell you each home selectively. A hole lift in your wall could be more damaging than the type of appliance that's sitting in the kitchen.
So they should give you a call before they decide what upgrades to make if they're going to sell.
I would love they call me before than after, because I will deal more with the hole in the wall that needs to be patched and painted than I'm concerned about the linoleum on the floor, the type of fridge you have, or what kind of countertop you have, or the bathroom is the next one. So your kitchens and bathrooms, there's many things we can do as simple as changing a knob rather than changing the whole panels. Many things can be painted today. There's many different types of paints, many types of designs, lots of stuff we can do. In terms of your showers and stuff, there's lots of cleaning stuff if we need it to give that its original sparkle, if it's doable. Okay, and if it's not, then it's a different conversation again. But we are going to target the things that you need to pay attention to. The point is this: don't do the investment. Don't do the renovation the way you think you would like it done. That's a little bit, when I say to someone I'm selling their house, I'm like, I'm going to work for you just like I would work for my kids. I'm going to give you the same advice that I would give them. And that's true. I will be as diligent. When it comes to renovations, we have to think the reverse. You can turn around and spend $100,000 in your kitchen and do everything you want in your kitchen to the way you would have it and you would love it. And the buyer comes in and they're looking at the house and they don't like the kitchen. And in their mind, they're thinking about the purchase price of the house plus the cost of bringing in a contractor to take out what you just did and to put in what they like. Don't waste your money. Take it and take a little vacation in between, having sold your house and bought one. You will still have money in your pocket afterwards, and you'll have a happy buyer and a happy seller. There's so many things. Be strategic. Call me first, and let's go through that. And that way, if I'm uncertain about something, I will also be calling you and say, hey, Rick, we want to do this. If we finance, is this going to be a trouble with financing? The radars are already there because I do this day in, day out.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can actually be an issue because if the renovations are too major, you could actually be violating the terms of your mortgage. You might have to get a special mortgage if you're going to be, tearing out walls or something like that, like major construction. Like if you want to, replace the doors on your cabinets, yeah, that doesn't matter. That's fine as far as mortgages go. And yes, doing like a line of credit or something behind your mortgage can be, the most cost-effective way to finance something like that. Or potentially a refinance, depending on what your timelines are, what the penalties would be involved in breaking your current mortgage and so forth. But yeah, it's often, well, that's one of the reasons a lot of fixed rate mortgages don't reach their full term, is because someone decides they want to do an upgrade or something to their house, and it's not cost effective to get a second mortgage for like 3 or 4 years, so they end up refinancing their existing mortgage. And that's where it can be very important to be cognizant of any fees that the lender is going to charge you for prepayment of that mortgage.
And the final value of the home, and can you get the equity out to finance it to get that other mortgage?
Well, certainly. I mean, is it, you have to look, is it worth it? And don't forget, I mean, this is probably, well, it's not really a financial issue. It's just more of a personal issue.
Oh.
Do you want to live in a house that's under construction for 6 months?
Yeah.
Not having access to your kitchen because it's all torn out. I mean, that's a major consideration.
And if the contractor don't come back and finish it?
Oh, well,
How many stories like that have we had in the middle of
Yeah, I mean, well, that's one of the reasons most buyers want turnkey properties, right? They don't want to come in and have to do a whole bunch of work to make the place livable. They want to, come in and unpack the moving truck and start living there, right? They don't want to have to do.
Can we pick up that very topic on our next conversation, because that's a very important one right there. I know there was one we want to talk about right after, but let's talk about that.
Okay,
But right
sounds
now,
good.
people wanting those turnkey properties, there's something we need to talk about right there in today's market.
Sounds good. All right, have a good one, Sharon.
Sharon Loduca, working hard to bring you home.
Rick Honeyford.